Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome back to my channel, Scorpio class. Are you a class 10 student? And are you worried about your exam preparation? Then do not worry, as you are in the right platform. As you are in this video, I am going to discuss class 10 second language English passing package for the year 25 and 26. As you all know, we are going on with the passing package series for English subject, and here now we have reached to poem number 5, Jazz Poem 2. So here in this video, we are going to discuss the multiple choice questions, objectives, question and answers, extract based questions, everything in detail which is usually asked in the exams. So this video is going to provide you with all sorts of questions. So do not miss any part of it, as it's going to be very helpful for you all to prepare for your exams. So let's start. But before that, if you are new to my channel and watching my video for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos. Also join my WhatsApp channel. The link will be shared in the description box, where you will get all the daily updates and different materials. Now let's start. We have question 1, multiple choice questions for 1 mark. His rundown shoes have paper in them. This suggests the jazz player was dash. Right answer is option B, was poor. Question 2. His wrinkled old face so full of the weariness of living. This line shows that the jazz player was option C, an old man tired of living is the right answer. So here I'm just reading the right answer. If you want, you can pause the video and go through all the 4 options, and then you can identify the right answer as well. Okay. Next, question 3. The musical instrument mentioned in the poem Jazz Poem 2 is option C, saxophone. Next, question 4. He is no longer a man, not even a black man. What else is he? So the right option and answer is option B, a bird. Next, now preaching it with words of screaming notes and chords. These lines suggest that the jazz player was dash. Option D, wanted to convey a message through his music. Okay, so these are the answers. Next, question 6. There he stands, see, like a black ancient mariner. Name the figure of speech in the above sentence. So answer is option B, simile. Because like direct comparison is done and like word is used, so simile is the right answer. So here we come to an end for the first main. Now we move on to our second main, that is answer the following questions. But my dear students, before moving to question answers, let me tell you all that the explanation of this poem is already done and the video is already uploaded in my channel, and also I'll be sharing the video link in the I button above here so that you can watch it and understand the poem very well. So do watch and observe and watch the explanation and understand the poem as well. Okay, so now let's continue with the question answers. We have one more questions here. First one, what is jazz player compared to in the 2 lines of the poem? Answer, jazz player is compared to a black ancient mariner. Next, why do you think the jazz player keeps his head down? Answer, jazz player keeps his head down because his life is full of worries. Next, what does each wrinkle on the jazz player's face show? Answer, each wrinkle on the face of the jazz player's face shows pain. Question 4. Why do you think the jazz player has been sent here? Answer, jazz player has been sent here to spread the message of God. Next, what is the jazz player supposed to be when he plays music? Answer, jazz player is supposed to be a bird when he plays music. Question 6. What did the jazz player have in his shoes? Answer, the jazz player had paper in his shoes. Okay, so these are very simple questions, but these are out of textbook within the poem. We have made it and brought it for you all so that you understand the poem and the question answers very well. Okay, so now we move on to the extract based questions, which is again one of the important kind of questions asked in your exam. So let us read and look at it. First question, first extract here is. His run-down shoes have paper in them, and his rough, unshaven face shows pain in each wrinkle. So this is the extract. It has two sub-questions. So let's see. Why does the shoes have paper in them? Answer. The jazz player is a poor man. These shoes are old and torn, and he has put paper in them to be able to wear them. Okay. Next question two under this extract is what does the description of the face suggest? Answer. The jazz player's face is unshaven, which suggests that he does not care for his appearance. He has led a hard life, so his face is wrinkled. Next, moving to second extract. Gently he lifts it now to parted lips. See, to tell all the world that he is a black man. What does he lift? Answer. He lifted an old saxophone. What message does he want to convey? Answer. Through his music, he wishes to convey the message of God to his listeners. Next, third extract. He is no longer a man, no, not even a black man, but yeah, a bird. When is he no longer a man? Answer. As the jazz player begins to play on his saxophone, he is a changed man. Next question under this extract is what do these lines suggest? Answer. The jazz player may be a poor old man, but when he plays, he seems to go higher and higher like a bird. He can capture hearts through his music. Okay, so these were extract based questions. Now we move on to the answer the following questions in 2 to 3 sentences. So, first question here give a short description of the jazz player. Answer. The jazz player has wrinkled old face. He is unshaven and has a tired look. He wears a faded blue shirt, old necktie, and jacket. His shoes, too, are old and worn out. Next, question two. Why do you think the jazz player keeps his head down? Answer. The jazz player is a poor old man. He has led a hard life. He is tired and keeps his head down. Now, question three. The word old has been repeated several times in the first two stanzas. Answer. Everything about the man is old. His face, his clothes, and his shoes. He appears to be a pathetic figure. Okay. So, next question. What message does the jazz player want to convey? Answer. The jazz player wants to convey to the world that he is a black man who can draw people towards him through his music. Next, how does the jazz player change as he plays on the saxophone? Answer. As the jazz player starts to play on the saxophone, he is no longer an old black man, but he produces wonderful music and appears to be like a bird flying higher and higher. Next question. How has the jazz player held his instrument? Answer. The jazz player has held his instrument across his chest. It is supported by a wire coat hanger from his neck. Next, seventh question. He is no longer a man, says the poet. Who else is he supposed to be if he is no longer a man? Answer. The jazz player forgets everything when he plays the music to preach the world. At that moment, he feels like a bird which gathers his wings and flies higher and higher. Okay, so we finish our 2 to 3 sentence question answers. Now we move on to the long answers, that is answered in 8 to 10 sentences each. Again, these are important because you will have these long answers. So let's quickly go through it. Question 1. Write the substance or the central idea of the poem Jazz Poem 2. So what message does it give you is the main question. So, answer. An old jazz musician is standing like a black ancient mariner. His old face is wrinkled and weary. His faded blue shirt has turned dark with sweat. His stomach is hanging loosely. His jacket is worn out and his necktie is undone and dropping loosely over the jacket. His shoes are torn and are stuffed with paper to cover the holes. His rough, unshaven face shows pain. He stands alone, head down, eyes closed, and ears perked. An old saxophone hangs across his chest, supported from his neck by a wire coat hanger. He gently lifts the saxophone to the parted lips, but once he starts playing music, he is no longer a black man, but a bird which gathers his wings and flies higher and higher. He seems to be spreading the message of God through his music. So, in gist, this is the entire summary of the poem, the central idea, the message, the substance, all in one. So, you can write this answer. Now, we move on to the next question. Question 2. Describe the physical appearance of Jazz. What special skill did he have? Answer. The jazz player has a rough, unshaven face and sagging stomach. He wears a faded blue shirt, a loose necktie, and an old jacket. His shoes are run down. Across his chest is an old alto saxophone supported from his neck by a wire coat hanger. The jazz player at first has a weary expression on his face. He keeps his head down and appears lifeless. When it is his turn to play, he lifts the saxophone to his lips. Suddenly, he is filled with a new life. He is no longer an ordinary man. He is like a bird flying higher and higher, totally lost in the beautiful music he produces. Okay. So this was the second long question, and with this question answer, we come to an end of this video. We have discussed almost all the questions of this chapter, which can be asked in your exams. I hope this is very helpful. This is going to help you a lot to prepare your self for your exam. And if you like the video, do hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Do comment as to what are the other videos that you want from our side and how we can help you all. And stay tuned for more such videos. We'll be back soon. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.